Down Cup here with Gabriel Bortoleto, Miami GP. It's your first time here as a driver. Before we talk about this race in particular, I want to start with your season. You're coming off nothing but success. You won the F3, you won F2, 5 races in 6 weeks here. It was a really tough start. What have you learned from those first 5 races in F1?
Yeah, it's very tough weekends, very busy ones, a lot of, media, lots of sponsor work. It's very different than F2 and F3. You need to save a lot of your energies through the weekend to still, perform on track and do a good job there. Has been honestly good weekends, a lot of learnings from my side, from the team side, very good things, some other things that could have been better, but it's a good start of my rookie career, and just had a lot of fun so far.
You mentioned in some of your interviews that, like, George also had great success. He won F3, won F2, but it was challenging in F1 at the very beginning. Have you had a chance to talk to him or any other drivers that have made this transition and to help you out?
Every driver has their own story, I mentioned George because I think he was in a similar position than me, because, the car that he got on the start of his career wasn't, a car to win titles or to fight for podiums or even points often. And I think in our case right now, we are working a lot on that, and I see a lot of progress, but still is not a car that we can constantly every race be on points or even Q2 sometimes. So I believe when I mention George is because now he's one of the top drivers in Formula 1, fighting for wins, fighting for even titles, and the guy had a start like this. So yeah, as I said, everyone has their own histories. I don't like to compare myself with any other driver because it's not fair, but that's how it is in Formula 1. Sometimes you see Oscar, he's a very talented driver, did one F3 and F2 in the rookie season as well, jumped in a car that initially wasn't the best, but then they progressed very quickly, and now the guy is leading the championship in his 3rd season in Formula 1. So everything can happen in this world.
How is your mindset at all different when you were in those championships, when you are competing for wins and podiums versus where you're at right now?
The mindset is always the same. You need to do the best job you can and, try to extract everything you have from your car. In F2 and F3, obviously, is a different situation. We all have only one chassis that we can use, same manufacturer, engines and everything. So I would say the only thing you can change is the setup with the team, and you still need a good team to perform well. And it's a bit different. But still, as I said, the mindset is the same. You need to be eager for winning, for learning and progressing. In Formula 1, you achieve what you always want in your life. That's being a Formula 1 driver. And now it's about having patience, building up, learning, because it's just the beginning of my career. I have so much to learn still, and progressing with the team, because one day we want to be fighting for big things, but this is not night and day. You need to, it takes time.
Yeah, this is a long project, but a project with a lot of promise. You obviously are very close with Fernando, and he's been kind of one of your mentors. But everybody, when you come, we're in the Dolphin Stadium. So in America, a lot of times you'll have that welcome to the NFL moment. Maybe it's a big hit. Maybe it's walking in the locker room. What was that like, holy I'm in Formula 1 moment you had?
Well, I think it was Formula 1. Probably the first round of the season, when I entered the paddock and I saw all of that I used to see when I was joining the paddock as a Formula 2 driver and being like, one day I want to be here. And then I entered the paddock and I was like, I'm here actually to race. I'm part of this. I achieved this. Yeah. And the team trusts me that I am capable of doing this. And I was just so proud of it. And then when I was on the grid as well, with that crazy race in Melbourne where it was raining and then dry, and then so many fans, music all over the place, and it was just crazy, And then you realize I'm a Formula 1 driver and I'm here to, hopefully have a long career.
You've never run this circuit before here in Miami. I know you spent some time in the simulator this past off week. What did you learn from the sims?
Yeah, just a bit of the track, trying to understand the compromises, where is good or what's not good to do on this track. But again, I mean, the best thing is to jump in the car and try the things on your side when you're driving on the physical track. But the sim always helps to understand, the directions and the basics. But yeah, the best would be just joining FP1 and try my best.
Well, there's a sprint weekend, so you only have FP1. So how critical is the setup of this week to you kind of feeling good after just one practice session?
Well, sprint races are like this. They're crazy weekends, especially in new tracks that I don't know, like China and now here. So yeah, it's all about getting the confidence as soon as possible with the car and a new track and trying to push it to the limit and delivering in quali.
So as a new driver here, you're building your career. I'd like to assume you don't quite do you have a yacht? You have a yacht?
A yacht.
A yacht. You have
Like a
yacht?
boat.
A boat. Like I'm just asking to make sure. I think the answer is going to be no at this point.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. The question is, when you get your yacht, which some of these drivers have,
But what do you think of?
what's the name? What's the name? You're going to be there. You'll happen.
What is the name?
Yeah.
Family.
Family.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Because I love my family.
Okay.
Maybe the first one that came to my mind. I never stopped to think about it. The yacht is so far away from me right now. So
There's that social media trend, which I asked you before, the 100 men versus a gorilla. You told some reporters that 20 F1 drivers would win against a gorilla. Would you like to explain how that's possible?
well, I don't know. I mean, it's just 20 against 1. I know the gorilla is more than 1, but still, like no knife, anything.
Just hand-to-hand combat with a
Hand-to-hand.
gorilla. Not even. The thing is 100 men, any man versus
we need to do a
versus one gorilla.
strategy. Like someone comes, front with the gorilla, and then someone from the back and start punching it. I don't know. Just.
So you think because you guys have this 20 in the paddock here, you guys would be able to connect, have a strategy, and really knock out this gorilla?
I think so.
You think so?
I think so.
I
I
would
really
love-
think so.
I would love to put some money on this. I find this very
What
interesting.
do you think? Who do you think would win?
I think that gorilla's winning, my man. I think the gorilla's winning against 100 dudes, too.
Really?
Yeah, 400-pound silverback gorilla. I think we're in trouble. I think you guys can strategize, but I'm not sure you can get it done. I'd like to see it, though.
Well, I'm sure it's not gonna happen. So you're never gonna.
I'm
see it.
setting it up out here. I know what you're talking about. I'm bringing a guy from the zoo right now.
Well, maybe I have some media content to so I'm not able.
Gabriel, appreciate your time, man. Good luck this weekend.
Appreciate it.